Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hello. Cool. How many do we have here now? Let's see. Checking the StreamYard. $45 people watching. Looks like there's more than that. So much engagement. What's up, guys? Where's my, how can I highlight? Everybody's here. Cryptographics. That's what you get for touching grass, Mackenzie. We never stop. Emilio Julia says, how is Singapore? It's good. I just got in like 2 hours ago. So it's good. Clean, orderly. Can't complain. Looks nice. How's the weather? It's pretty warm. It's just warm. 80s. It's more orderly than Thailand, that's for sure. Very orderly here. Am I going to hang out with Ivan? I actually RSVP'd for Ivan's event. So, yeah, hopefully I can get in. If there's something open that I can join with him, that would be cool. But I'm going to be walking around all day for both days. So I'm sure I'll meet as many people as I can. Where am I? I'm in Singapore. Singapore for 2049, token 2049. Everybody's here. The entire industry is here right now. It's really cool. I might be meeting up with some KOL guys to do some workouts and stuff. It's kind of weird that Twitter says 500, but like I go to the Twitter post and it says I have 6 views. Let me refresh. $457 views. Okay, cool. So I don't think those are live viewers. I think they're just people who saw this on their timeline, which is fine. We've got 55 in the chat. 55 guys, subscribe if you want to speak. Subscribe to the channel, please. How many do I have on my channel now? 571's pretty good. I really don't do much. Joe Paris, yeah, I'm definitely going to meet Joe. I just need to track him down at some point. I'm going to be doing a live stream with Joe after the launch of Hydra. Yeah, I'll do a live stream with him when he gets back from Token, basically. Joe Paris, some other guys. Going to try to meet Joe Paris if I can. I'm sure he's a busy man. It counts every time someone opens the stream and clicks it, okay? Do I live in the USA? I do not live in the USA. I live in undisclosed locations. If anyone's here for Token 2049, message me. It'd be fun to meet up. If possible. I'd like to do Network State 2 after, but I don't have tickets for it. Yeah, really? Finally? Thank you, buddy. I've only been subscribed for your channel for like a year. Glad you finally pulled the trigger. Yeah, guys, like and subscribe to this channel, please, because then you can talk. You can trash talk in the chat. And you can also help promote the channel and promote Dragon X. Yeah, guys, if you're not in the Hydra chat, you're really missing out. It's really degenerate and fun. It's definitely off the rails. Launch date 1,000 on live. Yeah, get 1,000 on the YouTube. If you get 1,000 on the YouTube, I will 100% do something for that. We have 61 watching now, so you need quite a few more to get to that. I don't think these viewers coming from X are actually tuning in. I think they're just, it's in their timeline. Hyper to Titan X is the best hybrid. Don't you start Hyper with ETH? So if you have ETH, you could go start a Hyper miner. One option. If it's ready to go live. Hydra is ready. Complete. It's totally complete, guys. Okay, cool. So I think we have enough people now. We have 61 people. So yeah, guys, this is the official announcement that there will be no announcement. So basically, the protocol will launch within about 80 hours from now, within a range of now to 80 hours from now. Okay. So it's going to launch in the next few days, effectively. Okay. Next, between now and 80 to 100 hours from now, it will launch. Okay. So be ready for it at that time. Yes, Hydra will be launching when I'm in Singapore in the next few days, 80 hours. It won't be launching in 80 hours, but it'll be launching from between now and 80 hours. Okay, it could launch at any time. Okay, so Hydra can launch at any time, so be ready. Donate bin, please. Be careful. Take your time. Pay attention to the volatility of mining. If things aren't working out for you, don't panic sell. Just take your time with the protocol. There's no rush. Okay. Yeah, hit like and subscribe. That's pretty much it, guys. Don't click on any link that isn't app.hydra.win. Okay. So please be very careful, because when the launch happens, people are going to come out and they're going to post fake links and they're going to try to scam you and steal your money. Okay. So just take care. So we're very, very close. You won't be receiving another launch warning. I have some streams lined up in the coming days. Once it's live, I'm going to be streaming like crazy. And yeah, so just don't expect a launch. Now, this is your warning, your fair warning that it's very, very close. 80 hours, not 18 hours. Oscar Antonio Campos. 80. Yeah. So yeah, Prairie Banana says scammers will be enforced at launch. Yes, exactly. So please be careful. Be inside the Telegram now, because they may create fake Telegram accounts. So come into the Hydra Telegram or the Dragon X Telegram and be very careful what you click on. Okay. Please, I don't want anybody to get hurt by this. Okay. and consider breaking out a new wallet, right? If you have your Titanx in one wallet that you have for the bull market top, maybe create a Hydra wallet, separate keys and everything. If something gets compromised, you don't lose everything. Okay. Use hardware wallets. Practice good security practices. See how many we have on here now. 81 watching. Nice. You guys don't need to bother trying to get into DApp. It's password protected, but you can't start mining now anyway because the contracts aren't live. It doesn't do you any good. You don't need to hit the app with requests, web requests right now. Borg says hypermining goes down. Yes, exactly. Hydra mining is more gradual. It benefits from the price appreciation of Dragon X, which is great. But it is intended to be more sustainable, and it's intended to have less of a burst of selling at the beginning, so that we can reach that equilibrium earlier. We can reach where hyper is now. We can do that. We can do that sooner. That's the idea. Has anything? This is an announcement. It's an announcement of an announcement. What more could you want? Now you know that it is going to launch at any time without warning. So this is your last announcement. There will be no more time to prepare. It can launch at any moment. There is no timer. Consider this your last warning. Super Dad says, launch date and time? Almost got me. You almost got me. Good one. Sneaky. Will the LP be bigger? Probably not at the beginning. How much is in there now? No, it won't be that big. 600K? No. Another reason to take your time. What did you just walk into? Oh, you're shilling token in your profile. Sorry, why did I highlight you? Buy and burn, Hydra kicking straight away to Dragon. No comment. You're definitely going to want some buy and burn ready for Hydra. St. George says LFG. Yes, LFG. LFG in 80 hours or less. Why are we not giving press love? Because it's more fun. No, you guys should just be ready now. When won't it be launching? Good question. No. Did I lose the stream? Did I lose the stream? Here we go. Very soon, my friend. Very soon, Tight Next Bull. How can participating in Hydra get you a lower cost basis in DX? Because the price of Hydra is bonded to Dragon X, but it's also pushed up against Dragon X with the buy and burn. Does that make sense? So it's burning Dragon X, it's pumping Dragon X, and then on top of that, it's ratcheting its own price up against Dragon X, creating that virtuous cycle in that mining ROI, high mining ROI. I don't think there's a minimum. It would be the same as Hyper. Ben asks if there's a minimum to start a miner. There is not. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are waiting to get Titan X, I mean, I would get it pretty soon. It's between now and 80 hours away. Doesn't LP need to be thick? LP doesn't need to be thick. I mean, the cell pressure and the amount of buy and burn they're somewhat close. Like there's buy and burn to backup cells, and that will fill the LP. So you're going to see the LP fill up. Also, guys, one nugget of information is that Titan Farms will support Hydra as a primary token, and it will likely burn all of that Hydra away. Unlike other tokens, which may be used to buy and burn Tink. This is one unique mechanism that we have, because in farms we have the ability to decide the fate of these primary tokens. A token we designated as primary is used to buy and burn the Tink token off the market. I need to redo the logo of Tink, by the way. But with Hydra, because we can specify we can specify where the primary token pair goes, we're going to burn it. We're going to burn Hydra for a time to increase deflation on it, and we will support it as a pair in farms. Yes, between now and 80 hours. Yeah, thinner LP is how we got DragonX up as high as we did with only 2,000 users. Remember, the LP in DragonX was proportionate to the number of people that entered at the beginning during the mid phase. And because of that, it was easier to push the price up as new people came in. Whereas with Hex, it took 20,000 people because it was just manually set the LP, and people came in and added LP later. So there was like 10 million in liquidity at one point, pretty early in the project, which required hundreds of thousands of users. It requires way more users to get a pump when the liquidity is thick. What token will I receive on Titan Farms? You will receive the Tink token, Titan incentive token. So now the ecosystem has an incentive token. Unlike Pulse Chain incentive token, there's a buy and burn built into it. Yes, Titan X incentive token. Titan X incentive token. There are so many knobs and whistles and buttons on this thing. You can decide how you want to route buy and burn through what pairs. You can decide if you want to burn primary tokens, if you want to send them to buy and burn Tink. You can direct fees. You can determine how much of the secondary token fees users receive. So there's so many different ways that we can incentivize different behavior or impact different tokens through farms. It's really a key platform for all of Titan X. So you should aspire to get your token on farms. We will have we will look for the tokens that have the highest liquidity. We'll look for high liquidity tokens because that's what makes the most fees. So you're going to have your core 4 on there: Hyper, Titan X, Hydra, DragonX, and Tink obviously will have a pool. Could be DragonX Tink and Titan X Tink. And then we'll have to see what other tokens make sense to add and what their volume is. TBD. Will the DragonX buy and burn start to burn right away once the lot fills? TBD. But the money is going to be there, sitting there. So that alone should be quite bullish. Millions of dollars, most likely. Millions of dollars within a few weeks would be my guess. With no end. This process doesn't end. It just keeps going and going and going for the rest of the life of the project. It's super bullish. So it's perpetual buy and burn on DragonX. Let that sink in. Are we doing a timer? Well, we're not releasing the exact moment of launch. which helps give us some flexibility in deploying, but it also helps you guys pre-plan or prepare. You can't do any front running. You just need to wait until the app is live. You need to be ready now and go when the app is live. So just be ready, starting now. Why was the choice made for no rank bonuses? Well, look at Hydra. I mean, not Hydra. Look at Hyper. The mining ROI is what brings people in, right? People are screaming about the mining ROI. They're not screaming about bonuses for bonuses' sake. If you give huge bonuses at the beginning, sure, you might get a little more mining, but if the mining ROI is 300, 400% like it is in Hyper, then I think you're not going to have an issue with people wanting to mine this thing, especially since you can get more Dragon X, which is really valuable for it, right? So you're getting a valuable token. It's a really good way to DCA into Dragon X because you're pumping the price of the token that you're going to get later. Yeah, or I would say it will be a early October. Early October. We may surprise you, but early October. This is going to be a September to remember indeed. Slippage quite big. Slippage depends on the liquidity pool. So sure, the buy and burn might push the price up against itself at first, but that's okay. Price appreciation, volatility, more trading, more liquidity fee, or people can earn liquidity. Dragon is bullish. We're just getting started too. It's crazy. We only have 2,000 users. It's so crazy to me. We don't even have 3,000 users yet. I mean, talk to me at 20, 30,000 users. That's like a mid-sized project. We're a micro cap, tiny, tiny project right now. And yeah, LP for Hydra and Dragon X is pretty interesting because they're bonded in LP, but then also the buy and burn is drawing them together, all the time. So, I mean, that's a pretty good LP play. Like maybe some people who are into LP should consider that. And now with Titan Farms, we make it easy. Perpetual hyperdeflation. Yes, Jamie. There will be no end. There will be no end. The buy and burn is not finite. There is an infinite buy and burn now for Dragon X. As long as people are mining Hydra, you have yet another buy and burn. Goes on forever. There's no end to the show. There's no stopping of mining. There's no final amount of buy and burn in a contract. It's never ending. Yes, I am Mr. Lincoln. Mr. Dean. How's it going, Mike Dean, the machine? Yeah, it's funny that people are selling right now. Doesn't make any sense. Have people looked at the penalties lately? Penalties could be pretty severe. Let's look at the penalties right now. By the way, I have 30 minutes that I need to jump. I have 30 minutes. Let's look at Titan X penalties here. Yeah, 4 trillion. That's insane. Oh my gosh, what a waste of money. 4 trillion. I wonder is Mike Dean doing penalties in premium? because I would be interested to see if those are piling up or if it's basically over at this point. Hell yeah, it is. Thank you, RY. Have you noticed that the guys that have beards, their protocols are going up fast? I don't think it's a coincidence. Hypergate Titan X, Hydra Dragon X. Exactly. I call these the 4 core, by the way. Oh, sorry, no, core 4. These are the core 4. So use that language when you're talking to people about Titan X. The core 4 are Titan X, Hyper, Dragon X, Hydra. People should be building to support the core 4. Especially Hydra because it's a lever for both. Oh yeah, we have so many projects coming up, Super Dad. Ouroboros, Awesome X, Secret Stealth 1 that I can't talk about. 2 potential Secret Stealth ones that I can't talk about. X28 potentially. Did I say Awesome X? Confused on how to utilize Hydra. Oh yeah, Volt and Flux too. 7. 7 protocols are building on Dragon X, guys. Let that sink in. Plus Hydra. You guys ready for this? No. Confused on how to utilize Hydra. My goal is to get more Dragon X. Any good videos out there? Well, the bind burn is going to push the Hydra ROI up above Dragon X to give people an incentive to mint to get more Dragon X. So I would say that it's a good way to get more Dragon X. Now you have to ask yourself, is getting Dragon X now, when the cost basis is lower, more efficient than waiting and mining for 88 days with all the other stuff coming for Dragon X? And that's the tough part, right? The tough part is like, well, if I do an 88-day miner right now to get more Dragon X, would I really get more than if I market bought right now before Hydra launched? Before 10 million, who knows how much, right? We don't know, but before 10 million comes in to support the Dragon X price, is it better now? After Hydra launches, I think it'll be clear that mining Hydra will be a very effective way to get Dragon X. But before Hydra launches, it's tough to know which one's going to be better. How will we avoid the MEV bot attack like what Inferno is experiencing? Because we are using a battle-tested contract that is the same as for Dragon X, which uses time-weighted average price calculations, which makes it harder to MEV. We also have a adjustable buying burn. So you can adjust the buying burn such that the MEV is no longer profitable, preventing that from happening. But because Inferno doesn't have a modifiable buy and burn, you lose out on the ability to alter. Am I still live? Or is it cutting out sometimes? But how much supply do you think all the protocols can burn? I would say do your analysis for yourself. Nobody knows. I just mentioned that. I just covered this. I don't know why you wouldn't buy first on market, because ultimately Hydra will start a process of hyperdeflation in Dragon X, and we don't know where that's going to go. So post Hydra, it could be better to mine for Dragon X, but pre Hydra, it could be better to just buy a market. But it could also be good to mine Hydra and hold it. I don't know. Think for yourself. What time frame do you think the market top will be this cycle? 2026. Early 2026. Let's put that out there. I don't think this rate cut cycle is going to be as dramatic as 2020. We don't have COVID. We don't have people locked in their houses getting free money from the sky with nothing to do but gamble, which is what we had in 2020 and 2021. While interest rates were at zero. It's different. Oh, really? Is it pumping? It's so funny because this is exactly what happened in Hex in the early days. Richard would say, should I stream? And then as soon as he said, should I stream, then the price would start pumping. That means people are very engaged. That's a really good thing. Yeah, we're already pumping. Respect the pump. Stream pumps are the best. I love stream pumps. Can't wait for more stream pumps. We shook out a bunch of sellers in that stream pump too. Good job, team. Why would I be Abe Lincoln for Halloween? I'm Abe Lincoln right now. You're saying be myself for Halloween? Why is Hyper going down? I don't know. Hyper's a great protocol. I think it's really showing what it's made of right now. And imagine all the ETH in the bind burn. Is that like 1,000 ETH in the bind burn now? That's so good. It's fantastic. Hyper's doing fine. Hyper and DragonX are both kind of in a consolidation period because they just, it's normal. It's the time between major milestones. Some other protocols in the market are doing really good, which is great for them. So some people want to go and degen and other things, which is fine. But ultimately, I do believe they will come back to DragonX in force. Yes, only follow influencers with beards. Rule number 1. There are other great protocols besides the core 4. Yes, there are. I do think the core 4 are important. I think they make up most of the market cap of Titanx. They make up, I don't know, maybe 80% of the market cap. Titanx will be in the core 4. So yeah, Volt is building on DragonX. Flux is building on DragonX. Element 280 has DragonX. So Volt, Flux, Element 280, X28 potentially, Ouroboros. And then there's 2 shadow protocols that are not released. Am I frozen still? Yeah, I don't know. I just threw that out there. It feels like it won't be quite as sharp and pronounced. Let's see what they do the next few days with the rates. I don't know why they'd be in a rush to really rush down the rates. But usually it's some kind of crisis or real serious problem when they rush the rates down really fast. Oh, Titan Farms. I am very excited about Titan Farms because it's a complementary protocol to the entire ecosystem. We need more of these. We need more protocols, like money go in and then pump token with buy and burn. Like that is circulating money, whereas utility, it brings something more, right? So like the core 4, 2 of those are compounding protocols. Okay. So you have your stores of value, Titanx and DragonX. Then you have your compounding protocols, Hyper and Hydra. So the other stuff you should look for is like utility based, right? Like you have loans or Ouroboros, and you have farms for liquidity providing. You want to earn some tink. I would like to see other things that are like that, of that class. Element 280 is another example of that. Okay, let's see what we got on YouTube now for people watching. 100 people watching, cool. I'm excited about that. I mean, 100 people, imagine 100 people in a room. Imagine just, the internet's amazing, right? I could just say I'm going to stream and 100 people will be basically in a room with me. That's real magic. That's a beautiful thing. This community is very strong. Yeah, hopefully the election goes well. Hopefully the election goes the way it needs to go. Because yeah, it wouldn't be good if the other lady got elected. What can I say about AwesomeX? What can I say about AwesomeX? I'll let the AwesomeX founder speak for his own protocol. I'm excited about it. It's well designed. I think it's going to be good. Vortex, yeah, Vortex is coming up. That's cool. Let's look at that Vortex. Vortex. Crazy. Excuse me. It's going to be a 900K buy on Titanix. Not all at once, but it will start the buy and burn again. That is super cool. Does that then burn 10 or 20% of the Titanix supply that gets bought? I can't remember. Someone refresh me on that. But and Hyper, oh my gosh, man, Hyper's a beast, huh? That's wow, that's impressive. Should be following this a little more closely, but that is very impressive. Hyper's impressive. Core 4, yep. I mean, once you have the Core 4, then you can do lending, you can do farms, you can do Element 280. There's things to do with it, you know. And then focus on onboarding. Pump up your Twitter account, spend more time on X, right? You can only do so much with these money games. You need to get more users. It's very important. Holding Dragon X will benefit from all these protocols. Yes, that's correct. That's the idea. The ethos, one of the ethos of Dragon X from the beginning has been, let's try to accrue as much value into one token as we can from as many sources as possible. And anyone is welcome to do that. And it benefits Titan X greatly because of the Dragon X vault. I don't know about centralized exchanges. I don't know if we really need them. If you can get Ethereum, you can play in the Titan X game. It's really not that hard. It would be cool to have maybe a super low cost on ramp or something like that with an integrated front end, maybe. That'd be cool, like an integrated front end where you could do all the compounding and you could on ramp from ETH, and then you can go straight into Titanx protocols. You could trade them on a DEX. I don't know. Is there really a demand for that though? Because honestly, there are so many ways to get ETH these days. I'm not sure if there's really a demand for that. I mean, the Titanx wallet could be kind of a fun project. Like you have a wallet and it has like Hydra and Hyper built in, and it has like Ouroboros lending built in or something like that built into the wallet, and it has swaps. That'd be cool. It'd be really cool. I'm not sure if there's enough of a demand. We're too small a community. If there was 100,000 people, then that would be the kind of thing that we could do. It might be worth it. Yeah, Titanx and DragonX hold 100 million market cap of the entire ecosystem. So I'm not sure what that is in terms of the overall ecosystem. Maybe someone knows and they can key me on that. to write a message here. Okay. No, Titan Farms will not allow you to unstake Titan X, but it will. X28 will allow you to burn stakes. So have no fear. X28 will. It's going to do 100% burning. Think about that. 100% burning on all Titan X. So X28 is going to explode in terms of the amount it burns, like because it just burns everything. So you're going to see a massive burning happen with X28. It's going to be so cool. I actually think we could, for Hydra, I think we can burn like 20 or even 30% of the entire liquid supply if people are really dedicated, because that's Ryan. Yeah, man, Coinbase is brutal. Absolutely brutal. I mean, do you guys think there's a? I would love to do an on ramp. I would love to build a fiat on ramp. That would be such a fun project. There's some regulatory stuff, like getting money transmitter licenses. It's kind of a scam that you need one for every state in the union, because like I know that the qualifications are all different. Like for some states, it's like a single piece of paper, like Wyoming, New Hampshire. New Hampshire, it's like $5,000 or some stupid thing, but then for New York, it's like $1,000,000, right? So that's the trouble, because you can't. I mean that's just inhibition of commerce to such a massive degree. I can't believe that's even constitutional. How is that possible? I guess it's on the states. The states can create licenses however they see fit. Doesn't that like break the commerce clause or something? Like isn't that a violation of interstate commerce? If you're like you have the license to do business in New Hampshire but not in New York. That's very weird. It's funny how the laws are almost. It's almost like the laws favor Wall Street on every level. Crazy to think about. What a revelation. Remember Helios? No. 200 YouTube chat, less than 70 likes. Yeah, guys, hit the like button. I'm not going to mention other projects on this stream. You may be able to determine what other stuff I'm involved in based on my Twitter activity. Will I build on Pulse Chain? I'm building on Pulse Chain right now. We have a big company eventually. They're having troubles, but they're eventually going to bring over an Oracle. We were the ones that inked that deal with them. We have a game launching for its Solid X team, so we're building on Pulse Chain right now. We're building top tier stuff on Pulse Chain. Top tier stuff. The side chain. I know. I've had this idea for a while. Right? You have Titan Chain, and people come in and they burn Titan X to get onto Titan Chain, and then all the apps within that ecosystem burn that gas token. And I think that's a cool spin on Titan X. Thing is, Ethereum is really not that expensive. It's where all the value is. Is it really necessary? Eh. And then, yeah, it's. I'm not really sure if it's worth it. You guys have to tell me. Did I freeze? Did the live stream freeze? I'm not sure if I froze. Yeah, man, for sure. These Sunday streams make the dips go bye-bye. Yeah, I know. It's awesome. It's just like Hex in the OG days. Even Hyper's pumping right now. Everything's just turned around. It is now pumping. Because it's all bonded together. See what Dragon X is doing. Can you guys still hear me? Hopefully. Yeah, Dragon X looks good. Stream pumps are always fun. Will the frequency or size of beam be increased after focus? I couldn't tell you that. I'm not really sure. Do I speak any other languages? I have had a lot of experiences learning languages. I wouldn't consider myself to be fluent. I lived in Egypt. I was a student. I casually studied Arabic. I could speak some Arabic, but I'm by no means fluent in Arabic. And I lived in China for almost a year, a long time ago. I was speaking pretty good Chinese back then, conversational. Yeah, I was like your typical dedicated Chinese student. I was nothing fancy, nothing fantastic, but I never really used it in my career after that. So it kind of faded away. But I'm in Singapore now. I mean, I can read a few signs. I can understand the basics of what people say. I can tell when they're talking about me, like when Chinese people are talking about me. I can understand that much. Um, I don't think they're backed up by Richard, and I have a lot of evidence, including insider type people who have told me so. I also don't think that you can really have a bunch of LPs with like barely any trading volume and liquidity, like have this magical burning thing. There is no like magical number go up technology. You need actual economic energy from other humans to come in to make something valuable, and no like little bit of long tail burning is really gonna like change that. What do Chinese people say about me? They say I'm tall. They say he's very tall. Look how tall he is. Do, 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 do. Speak 5 languages, impressive. I do wish that I had more languages under my belt. How much Titanx will a max miner be? How much Titanx? The price is going to change. It will get more expensive over time. I can't remember. Are you going to expand the ecosystem to other chains like Pulse? I don't see a reason to be on Pulse chain. It's basically dead. Like until Richard comes back, and until we can get this game running, like the game that we're building and Richard coming back are the two things I think that are the biggest things happening on Pulse chain. Have a lot of action happening. It's going to happen if all the protocols together have more than 10M just to buy and burn Dragon Eggs. Yeah, exactly. All of these protocols building on Dragon, well, many of the protocols building on Dragon Eggs, they have a buy and burn for Dragon Eggs, or they have some buy pressure that goes through Dragon Eggs, or they're paired with Dragon Eggs. Some of them are using the Dragon Eggs ball too. Am I considering making a project with Dude? Not really. Dude's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. But all respect to Dude. as soon as ETH goes up, miners get a lot more expensive. Yeah, you could start now. I mean, Titanx is bonded. Yeah, it's bonded, so I guess it will get more expensive. I'm meeting Jack Levin, so I'm most excited to meet Jack Levin. I think that's the most fun thing. I'm running an X1 validator. We're going to see how X1 stuff goes. We may build on X1. Everything has to go right for that to happen, but it's a cool ecosystem. How far behind is this thing? Do-do-do. Yeah, I know the Bangkok skyline was very scenic. It's true. Now I'm just in a hotel room in Singapore. Sorry about the quality, guys. Like, I should really get a streaming setup and everything, but I've just been too nomadic over the past few months. But I will eventually. Eventually, I will stop moving. No, we won't have a booth. We're not going to have a booth at a conference. That is so dorky. Do people really go to booths? Are there booths at this thing? That is so funny. I mean, it's a good way to meet people, I guess. But I mean, yeah, it's cool. It's fine. It's just a little bit. It's just a little bit cheesy, but it's cool. More drinks are coming. Yes, Dragon X is only deflationary now. Guys, one thing to think about Dragon X is it's like T-shares and Hex. So think about it this way. Okay. Even if Dragon X price doesn't go up that much, if you hold a percentage of Dragon X, that percentage just continues to increase as it's burned away. Right? So it's like holding T-shares. There's fewer and fewer T-shares, so more and more rewards go to those people. You get more and more of that market cap the longer you hold Dragon X. Does that make sense? Because that burning is happening. Even if the market cap stays the same, if the burning is happening, you're getting more and more of that market cap because you have the remaining tokens. I don't know why it would be a good choice. It's very expensive to early claim. I'm not going to get into the X1 stuff. It's a totally different bag, and it hasn't even launched yet. So, and I'm not going to talk about what I'm working on with Jack. It's very experimental right now. So, if things develop in a positive direction, yeah, I'll let you guys know at some point. I'm not in token 2049 just to show Dragon X. Like, it's a bit more. The token 2049 thing is a bit more subtle than that. Like, I want to make connections for years to come. You know, I want to be able to see people in person that I've been talking to on Twitter. I want to see people that I've talked to in Telegram in person. So it's about developing relationships in general, because, you know, as you guys know, like, we're not really we're not just building on Titan X. We have other projects. And we have other interests. So this is a way to develop all of those. Okay, guys, I reached the end of the comments finally, which is great. I do appreciate your time. We're coming up on 1 hour. This is a good time to end. I think I have another phone call that I'm late for. So, so I'll just say it again, guys. It's going to launch at any time now. So just be ready now. Take your positions now and be ready for it. And I will do a stream with Mo on the launch. So we'll launch, and then Mo and I are going to hop on a stream, most likely. So just be ready. And that is all. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.